Hello, 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 Sagittarians. Welcome, welcome. How are you guys doing today? I am on a tarot marathon. I took some time off. I had to refuel, guys. I really had to. So I took 4 days and went up to the mountains and camped at a beautiful, beautiful lake. Hopefully I'll be able to do a really quick video and share some of those energies with you because it was amazing. It was cold at night, let me tell you, very, very cold at night. That's the only thing that sort of spoiled the trip because it was so cold it was hard to sleep. But the daytimes paid for it. Oh, it was just beautiful. Anyway, this is a reading that you guys are getting a rare opportunity to get a reading on the day it starts with your energies. This is amazing energies. This is something that is as close as you can get. Most tarot readers record and do them way ahead. I love to do them right on the day. It's like if you were to do a personal reading with me, we're doing it on the day of those energies that you're feeling, right? So this is really great. This is the 30th through the 5th. Now there's a new moon coming in on the 6th. So we're in the waning part of the moon right now, which means for you is to release any negative, any low vibrational energy, any doubts, anything that you're trying to finish, get that done so that you can allow this new abundance energy come in on the waxing moon after the full or after the new moon. All right. So, and you're like, went right over my head, right? You got to watch me more to understand what I talk about, because I do mix astrology, numerology, and intuitive tarot. This is very intuitive. This is more intuitive than the cards, to be honest. This is divine coming through, and that's what I'm shuffling right now. It is the divine's card. The other thing is that I'm going to be talking about the current energies for the week and the future energies. I really sort of look at in my mind. You guys don't know what's going on in my head, but I'm thinking astrology, future. Where is this? What is this? How does this relate? How does this relate to divine's card? How does this relate to this week? Astrology. And then I look at the numerology, and that can definitely have a lot. Same one. You fire signs have got some real heavy energies this week. I even did the Leos and Aries, and it's just a real heavy energy this week. So a lot of energy vampires coming your way. So really protecting yourself. If something's not right or doesn't feel right, don't fall on top of it. Really pay attention to what is going on, because we do have the energy of the tall tale. Again, things that are deceptive or a decoy or things that are not quite what they seem, kind of a thing. That is the number 8 again, and that is about, your progress and everything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and read it, even though I know a little bit about this card now. I've been doing my research on them. But I would really still like to keep on track to make sure that I don't miss something, because this is the divine's card. This is the energy the divine wants you. So if you've got a challenge, if you're asking a question to the divine or universe or whoever you speak to, this is their message for you this week. All right. So you or someone else is telling a tall tale right now. You always know if falsehood is spoken because it doesn't feel grounded. Like I said, if 2 and 2 ain't adding up to 4, it is not. Okay. When you lie, you get high on an illusory sense. I can't pronounce that. Illusory sense of power that is doomed to fail at some point. You feel driven by the fear of exposure, but something makes you stick to your story, even though you know it has no substance. Whatever the lie we are caught up in isn't as important as the motive for it. Okay. So why does anyone lie? Perhaps we don't believe the truth is good enough, or we want to keep doing what we know we shouldn't be doing. And so that's the basis of this card here, is what is the motive behind someone's lie, and really paying attention to that. I do that a lot. Definitely where that motive is headed, because there's a process or progress that is going on in somebody's brain. A lot of the times we lie. I take this back. I'm going to say it 100%, and somebody can argue with it, and very happy to email me with it. But every single lie, behind every single lie is fear. So there is fear of whatever. And what is the motive of that fear? And where did that fear start? Okay. Your current energy, very same as the Aries energy, is movement, movement forward, moving, trying to move forward, but it's also in numerology the number 10. So it has to come to completion. So whatever is happening has to stop in order to have forward movement. Okay, so whoever is lying or whoever is being deceitful or giving a false temptation, a motive of self manipulation. What is it? Yeah, manipulation. So that is very selfish. So where is that all coming from? Because when we begin to see that pattern of what is happening and why there is a motive behind it, we may not like that motive very much. A lot of the times we want, and the reason why I'm saying we may not like that motive very much is your fire signs are actually in a low vibrational energy that is really an analysis time. This week is really paying attention and analyzing the motives behind what other people are doing and what you're doing. I'm sorry, but I used to be a manipulator like no tomorrow. In my mind, my wheels were working, and how can I do something, or how can I get something, or how can I say something to get what I want out of it. In my old life of who I was, that I don't really like at all, I am so glad I've changed. But things turn around and come to life because we begin to see a newness. We see that star, we see that freshness, we see the light that it's changing when we stop that habit. Okay. The reason why when we move forward, okay, in this number here is number 10. When we stop that bad habit, we have the number 2. 29 turns into 2. And the thing is, when we stop that bad habit, then newness comes to life and a freshness and a new start, and things start happening in a different manner, and the energies and the vibrations around us change, and the balance changes, and all that kind of stuff. All right. Whew, you guys are wearing me out. Fire signs are wearing me out today. But the blessing is that you're getting this right on the energy of the week. Today's the 30th, and I'm reading this on for the week of the 30th. So somebody may be telling a tall story or being manipulative, or the motive behind it. What is the motive behind it? Anytime that there is a tall story or a lie, like Pinocchio's nose sitting on the hat, grows, it's not of good. It's not of good. It's mostly of selfless act. A selfish act, not selfless, excuse me. Where'd that come from? That's totally selfish. So maybe somebody around you is doing this, and it needs to be nipped in the bud because we have the 10 of energies. Let me see what other. Yeah, definitely. I knew that was going to pop up. Watch, if the magician pops up, then I'm going to be. We've had the magician card pop up, and we've had the devil card pop up because this is a low vibrational week for you guys. This is a week that definitely, yes, I love that ending. I love it. This is definitely a week that you're really going to have to buckle down and think of your shadow work. This is a shadow work week. This is to stop and release, waning moon, release something that you're doing that's low vibrational, recognize it. So if you're lying, or if somebody's lying, to get, just say, hey, I know you're lying, so why are you doing that? What is the motive behind it? Not being angry, not being mean. It's like, okay, I know you're lying, so why would you lie to me? What's the motivation behind it? We already know it's fear, but what are they fearing? What is it that they're fearing? That they would have to do something. If you are friends with somebody, you shouldn't have to lie to them for something. Well, you're not going to accept me. That's fear of being abandoned. Well, and there's fears of this. Excuses are also a fear, like a lie, because excuses are a lie, because it becomes a lie. If you look at the way that it moves in a manner when you got excuse after excuse. That's just fear after fear. Excuse is a lie. Well, I'll be there, and then you don't show up. That's a lie. So again, what is the motivation behind it? Because 7 of Pentacles is your first card out. That is showing that there's a lot of work to be done. There's a lot of work in progress. Okay. So there is movement for that work to be done. Now, when somebody actually is called on a lie or deceit or whatever, that is the beginning of the work. That's acknowledging, that's not being in denial of that low vibration. Again, I think I just posted on there, but the number one new video I have out is these low vibrational words: can't, failure, and try, or fail and try, because those are low vibrational words that keep us stuck in our process, because it's basically lies to us that we can fail, or which we never do, and we can't do it, which is a lie, because we don't know if we can do it if we haven't attempted to do something. And to try is half-assed, because you're not putting 100% effort in there. So this is something that is a work in progress. But there is, because this is the 30th and this is a fresh week, there is movement to move away from the low vibrational, whatever this is. If it's a lie, manipulation, if it's a story that isn't true, if this is moving away from, somebody that you're not, this could be even a lie. Okay. It depends on who this is, and if this is a person coming at you with this, or if this is you. Because if we're not living our authentic self, we're living a lie. Pinocchio. And our nose gets longer and longer because we're faking it until we make it. Or we fake it until we get so exhausted that we say, you know what, this isn't me and I really don't want to do this. I'm exhausted. It is really tiring to be somebody else. Okay. Why do you think movies last for only a certain time? Do you know how exhausting? Can you imagine how exhausting it would be for Johnny Depp to play, Jack Sparrow in The Caribbean over and over and over and over again? That's got to be exhausting, because that is not him. Okay. Just a hypothetical. Thing is that we have the next card out, which is, I knew he would show up. Either the devil or the magician would show up, is the devil card. Okay. So I love these steampunk cards, by the way. This is an awesome deck. If you're a tarot reader, this is a real fun deck. And the artist is really, really good. I love it. But the devil card is keeping you stuck. So what does that mean? So we have to look at the theme cards, our oracle cards. It's keeping you stuck in a low vibrational way of living. It's keeping you stuck in a mindset that you cannot break out of. But you can break out of it. See, that's, why? Because you have the Queen of Swords right next to the devil. Which way is she facing? She ain't facing the devil. She ain't paying attention to the devil. She don't want nothing to do with the devil. What is the Queen of Swords all about? Truth, absolute truth. So she stops listening to what the devil, those doubtful things in her ear. She's stopping listening to all the lies that are being told, because she knows better that that's full of shit. Am I supposed to say that on YouTube? I'm not monetized, so it doesn't matter. But she's full of crap. He's full of crap and he's full of lies. That is these two cards go hand in hand. These two, and that's what the devil card is about. Keeping you stuck, not moving you, keeping you not moving forward, but moving backwards. This ostrich or emu, whatever it is, he's not moving backwards, he's moving forward. You got to pay attention to everything in the cards, or the divine actually shows them to me. Pay attention to what's in the cards. Okay, so she is facing the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups and the Queen of Swords are side by side. She is facing the Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Cups is all about your heart. This is all the desires of your heart. This is all what you want. You're holding yourself back. For the fire signs this week, I'm sorry, it's shadow work time. And this is time to really get down to the nitty-gritty and wane and stop these bad habits, these low vibrational things that you're telling yourself and that people actually see through. So, it's sort of like when people come to me, they always wonder, what am I thinking? What am I saying? It's like, I don't know what you're thinking, what you're saying, but I know you're not telling me the truth. That's just because I'm an empath, and it's hard for somebody to lie in front of me, because it's very, very hard for them to get away with it. If they don't tell me straight out, it'll come out. Trust me, it does. It comes out, because I think the guilt eats at them, and that could be eating at you or somebody you know. is eating at you. Again, so these two are facing and then we have the Knight of Cups. These two are facing each other. There's something coming towards you because the Knight of Cups is facing the Queen of Cups. So that is something coming towards you and you're holding it back. You're holding it back. Somebody else isn't holding it back. You're holding it back. That's the energy that I am getting. Thank you. So that is the energy. They're saying this is not somebody else. This is you that's holding it back. We have the Seven of Wands. Again, fighting for your boundaries, fighting for something you believe in you, your authentic you believes in, not this fake you believes in, not this person who wants people to like them, even if they do stuff that they really don't want to be doing, but they got to do it because you want to be liked by a certain group of people or a certain person. What the are you doing? No, because you're holding yourself back. Here's your challenge card. This is the Sun card. Well, but Patti, that's Sun. That's a good thing. Yes, but this is your challenge card because that's not what you're doing. Because you're holding yourself back or somebody is holding yourself back. If you ever, thank you. So they're wanting me to share. Has somebody, now this could be you, but it could be somebody coming at you. And the reason why I say it could be you because I've been this way before is that you keep promising things over and over and never following through. Is that you? Is that somebody else? Or you have a good intention to do it, but then you never do it. Say you're going to go to somebody's house. Oh yeah, I'll come over. Oh, okay. Then you don't show up or they don't show up, right? Well, where were you? Oh, then you have to make an excuse, a lie. First was the lie that you were going to go over and then you didn't. Second, now you got to make an excuse for the lie because you didn't go over and that you didn't, or somebody. And then it becomes a habit because you know what? Somebody's going to get pissed at you or somebody's going to lose your... Because what happens when we do those things, we begin to lose integrity. Integrity should be up here. You don't say anything that you're not going to do. You don't say anything that you're that you don't mean that you're going to follow through with. It used to be that way. And man, my integrity went down the toilet. And how did I get it back? I worked my ass in my shadow work to turn things around and then you be able to become the Sun again. And let me tell you, took me years. One person didn't believe me. Oh, you'll never do it. Because I'd done it to them so many times, they never believed me. But when I did it the first time, oh yeah, well you did it this time, but you're not going to do it again. So I had to prove myself over and over and over again that I literally changed. And that old person, that old Pat, that old person pretty much hopefully passed away because I want this new person to keep high integrity values and morals, and I don't want that old shadow person to come back. She's there, but she's way down here, and that's where I'm going to keep her, kind of a thing. Because light will always come and go over shadow. So you definitely have, and the Devil card being your second card out, you got a lot of hard work this week because this has been a habit. This has been something that's been going on over and over and over and over again, and it definitely is work to make it happen. And so we have the Queen of Pentacles. Interesting. This is somebody who's definitely... Oh, thank you. I'm not going to say that, though. That's funny, but it's true. Okay, I will. So back in the day, we used to... car salesmen were... you didn't want to know a car salesman. You didn't want to be a car salesman. You didn't want to go get a car because salesmen back in the day were hard sellers. And they would say anything and do anything and lie as much as they could to get the sale. So that's what was coming through is like, yeah, like a car salesman. This day and age, it's all about soft sell. It's like, what do you need? What do you want? And trying to sell you something you really, really want because they want the return business. Completely opposite these days, which is good. But yeah, when somebody, and even in a lot of sales, I mean, I looked at a job for a horse company and I was really seriously thinking about, being a rep for them. And I was like, okay. But I went to the interview and it's like, wow, you lied. And that's manipulative. And what would you do if I got into it? Are you going to be manipulative in that way? So even before I got done with the interview, I know I wasn't going to take the job. because high integrity is really, really important. Okay. So we have the Queen of Cups, we have the Queen of Pentacles, we have the Two of Pentacles in reverse, and then we have the Knight of Swords coming at it. So I'm thinking that somebody in their job is having to probably say, now this could be you, this, or somebody at your work, a co-worker that you may know. This is somebody maybe in authoritative position, like a supervisor, lead, or a boss of some sort, that, gosh, is just not being honest. There's a lot of work. They're trying to suck you into something that is not, or show you something that it is not. It's like, oh well, it's almost like if the Two of Pentacles were or straight up, this way, but they came in reverse. So it's almost like if there's somebody in a lead position saying, oh yeah, we'll get you into that position, just keep working, we'll move you into a higher position, that kind of a thing, we'll do that. But it's like they're not being honest in that. It's like you're having to juggle all this kind of stuff. However, it's like their words are not matching up with their actions. So be really mindful of that this week, because you have the Knight of Swords, which is the Knight of absolute truth coming towards that. So something's going to pop up. You're going to be questioning if it's really true or not. Dig in and research before you buckle in, because there's some people that promise you the world, and when you get there, it's all just a bunch of lies and a bunch of smoke and mirrors, okay? Which you definitely don't need, because that wastes your time. And that's the tall tale. But it looks like something might be happening in somebody's work. And if it's like travel or something in this, I don't know, man. I'm going to get clarification on this travel card. It could be a job that entails travel. It could be a job that, this could be another new energy that is coming through. But I'm going to leave these two cards there. So I'm going to get some clarification here on the Six of Swords and the Magician, because now the Magician popped into this. So there's some type of manifestation of something happening. So let's get some clarity on that. Oh, which cards do I want to use? I always go back to my favorites. Okay, something's hidden. Something's hidden. Something definitely, and it's out of shame and fear again, because we have the Eight of Cups. So something is being hidden, something to do with some type of movement, like they're not being honest in this movement. Oops. Current energy, guys. This is your current energy this week. That's this week. Something is like, I don't know if this is the lead, or if this is somebody close to you that's more older than you, that is not being honest with you, of that nature. But it's going to come to, it says it comes to life. What that means is this will come to life. It's like the truth will come out. Things will come out. You'll be able to see the progression of something. It's going to sort of begin to make sense, or it's going to become more clear to you. That's the manifestation process of this. Oops, I bent my card. Sorry. Because we have these two in front of, the Magician. So we have the Eight of Cups, we have the Knight of Pentacles, and then we have the Magician trying to manifest something that's not a real good thing. It's sort of like a selfish thing. It's out for somebody, out for themselves kind of a thing. But the thing with the Knight of Pentacles, it's very slow moving. It's almost, I'm not going to say this, I don't know why they popped this into my head, but it's almost like somebody is being groomed or primped. Okay, they do it very slowly so that you don't even expect it. It's like something of that nature. They're working very slowly. And somebody is trying to tell you, this is not right. This isn't good. Don't do this. It's almost like somebody primping you and priming you to sort of like when they do the K-1 visas, they want to come to your country and they're going to tell you everything you want to hear and act how you want them to act and be the person that you want them to be so they can suck you in. And it's done very slowly until your emotions get in there. And then all of a sudden, it's like, okay, well, I want to marry you and bring you to my country. Okay. And the queen is saying, don't listen to this. Don't listen to this. Okay. The movement, and you have to listen to your heart, listen to your intuition, because this is definitely your challenge card. Is you want this energy, and the thing is, the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Cups is trying to say, you know what, stand up for the absolute truth. Stand up for the absolute truth. Where'd they go? The Seven of Wands. Okay. Stand up for the absolute truth. And the Knight of Swords, moving towards the truth. And the Queen of Swords. Pay attention. Whatever those little red signals, red flags, or that hunch, or that doesn't sound right, really pay attention to it this week. When you do that, you're going to actually then reverse the challenge card too. Then you will be able to reap the rewards of something coming together. Because again, the numerology is about bringing something together, something good. You'll eliminate, the waning moon is going to eliminate, we're getting back into the astrology part of it, and that is what's happening here. We have Uranus and Saturn and these other planets up there. We're getting ready for a new cycle, a new energy with the new moon, and everything is trying to get rid of, I hate to say it, the riffraff, the lies, the deceit, the low vibrations, that kind of a thing, so that this new energy coming in can abundantly flourish. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody, but this is shadow work. Who's telling? This is the number. Divine's just saying, you know what? I don't work in lies. Divine says, I work in love. I work in light. And whoever is around you working in lies and deceit and confusion makes you confused. Well, maybe they're telling the truth. Maybe they're not telling the truth, but then they've lied to you before, and now it becomes confusion. That is not divine. That is this little bugger right here. That is not divine. That's low vibration. So, watching that video that I posted down there, I think it's number 1, the low vibrational words to stay away from. That is something good that you can actually do and help yourself in movement forward. And, start doing that for yourself, allowing yourself not to say fail, not to say can't, not to say try. And those are things that you can do for yourself in that movement. However, this week it's going to be a slow weak as far as something coming to fruition, and somebody being selfish and somebody being manipulative to get something from you or have you help them for their manipulative ways for themselves. So be real mindful of that. Divine is wanting whatever to come into life with you right now. When you listen to those red flags and you follow what the divine is saying, don't go there, don't do that, don't whatever, you're going to see things come together with the light. You're going to things come together with a very much lightness, because you now are going to see the truth. And that's going to move you forward, definitely. Keep moving you forward. But again, being the number 10, it's going to end something. So sometimes we end our relationships. Sometimes we end them and put them on the back burner and say, you know what, I just don't want to deal with that right now. Sometimes we end them and say, you know what, I've had to do this. And you know what, you've lied to me from the get-go. I can't do that kind of a person. You go ahead and go on with your life. But that is not for me, and that is going to be an energy vampire, because I won't know if you're telling me the truth. I don't know if you're cheating on me. I don't know if you're doing this. I just don't want to entertain that. So have a nice life. Sometimes it's hard to do, but you know what? I love myself enough to do it. I want you to love yourself enough to do that for you. Okay? All right, Sagittarians, rough week for fire signs, really rough week for fire signs. But you know what? This is, sometimes we have to get through the roughness to actually see the life of something new. And I've been through, I don't know how many, more than a lifetime. Even my daughter's like, I don't know what you haven't gone through, Mom. I just don't know. And I still go through stuff. But the thing is, I'm always growing and evolving if I'm willing to listen and enough to grow to my things that I'm weak at or things that I'm stubborn at that I need to release with this waning moon. Me too, guys. Me too. Waning moon release because I want abundance, baby. I want what I got. You know, I want that energy coming in and bringing me abundance. That's what I want. All right. So I hope this was good for you. Now, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Please like that button, smash that button. We appreciate it as YouTube creators hugely. It helps us out immensely. It's a YouTube thing. So smash that like button. And don't forget to share if you think this resonated with somebody and this might be just sort of tapping somebody's name in your head. Share this with them and see, you know, what they think. It'd be a good conversation piece, I guess, wouldn't it? And subscribe and hit the bell, and like you'll be able to see these new uploads that I do of these videos to help your spiritual growth and your walk in life, and how to connect your mind, spirit, and body together so you can have balance and your chakras can get in balance. That's really important. New moon, I don't know when I'm going to do that reading, but it is on the 6th. So subscribe, hit the bell, and I'll be posting that here shortly. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week. And please walk in absolute truth. That's this reading. And love. Take care.